Next up for Pac-Man, we're making the rounds here on ESPN.com. Jim Baswell alongside Brian Campbell. He is back. Dan Rayfield joins us in a moment. Manny Pacquiao and Chris Algieri are a done deal. It's an HBO pay-per-view November 22nd in Macau, China. Brian, we talk so much about Floyd's pros and cons of his opponents. How about this one? Does this fight offer the best matchup for Manny?
Absolutely not, Jim, and I think there's no question about this. Look, this is an interesting style matchup. That's the best thing you can say about this, but this is not, I repeat, not a pay-per-view level matchup, not by any means. You know, Chris Algieri has really one fight at this level, in a questionable victory at that. But I think when you look at this is happening for two reasons. It's a reality of where we are in the Cold War with Manny Pacquiao's cupboard of opponents being dried up at this point, and the other factor is Bob Arum and getting enough money from the Macau side of things to want to put on this fight and not necessarily want right now to put on a fight, which I really wanted to see, which was Pacquiao Marquez 5. Now, you know, like I said, interesting test for Pacquiao in terms of a style matchup, but a tough sell for the fans.
ESPN boxing insider Dan Rayfield. It will be a career payday for the unbeaten Algieri. Some, including myself, question the judges following his split decision win over Ruslan Provodnikov. Does he deserve this shot at Pac-Man?
To echo my good friend, young Padawan learner Brian Campbell, absolutely not. I'm with you, Jim. I didn't think that he beat Ruslan Provodnikov. I thought he lost that fight. It was competitive and whatever, but you know, I didn't think he won. And on top of that, he's never fought at welterweight. Basically unknown to the general public. He's had, I believe, 3 television appearances prior to a major pay-per-view fight. He fought once on an NBC Sportsnet undercard. He fought once earlier this year on a Friday Night Fights main event. And then he got the shot against Ruslan Provodnikov for one of the 140-pound titles. How that's enough to warrant a major pay-per-view fight, I know because of what we just talked about with Brian, is that Pacquiao's opponents on the top-ranked stable have dried up. He's got nobody else to fight. So the bottom line with Algieri is he was in the right spot at the right time. He got the decision against Provodnikov. They looked at the landscape to see what was out there. They couldn't find anything else. He got the fight. He doesn't deserve the fight, but I know he'll come and he'll put up a good fight. That's all you can ask for.
Pacquiao Algieri. It's November 22nd as an HBO pay-per-view from Macau, China. For Dan Rayfield and Brian Campbell, I'm Jim Baswell. We are making the rounds right here in the boxing page of ESPN.com.